Okay, so here's a wild thought. What if I told you that not eating for an entire day could actually be one of the healthiest things you do this month? I know it sounds completely backward. We've been told our whole lives that skipping meals is bad, that we need breakfast to jumpstart our metabolism. But here's the thing, the science tells a completely different story. I'm talking about a full 24-hour fast. No food, just water, black coffee, maybe some tea. And what happens inside your body during those 24 hours is honestly kind of incredible. So today, we're going deep into the actual research to see what's really going on when you stop eating for a day. Hours 0 to 6, the comfortable phase. So you've just finished your last meal. For the first 6 hours, your body doesn't even realize you're fasting. It's still cruising along, digesting that food, breaking down carbohydrates into glucose. Your blood sugar is stable. Insulin levels are doing their thing, and you're probably not even thinking about food yet. Your body is using what scientists call glycogen stores. Glycogen is basically stored glucose in your liver and muscles. Think of it like your body's battery pack. During this phase, everything feels totally normal, because your body is just running on what you already gave it. Hours 6 to 12. The metabolic switch begins. Now, things start getting interesting. Around hour 8 to 12, your glycogen stores start running low. Your body begins to realize, wait a second, we're not getting more food. This is when the metabolic switch starts to flip. Research shows that your body begins shifting from burning primarily carbohydrates to burning fat for fuel. Your insulin levels start dropping. And this is huge because insulin is the hormone that tells your body to store energy. When insulin is high, you're in storage mode. When it's low, you're in fat burning mode. Studies show that insulin can drop by roughly 30 to 40% during a fast, signaling your cells to start breaking down fat. You might feel a little hungry around this point. That's normal. But here's what most people don't realize, that hunger comes in waves. If you ride it out for 20 to 30 minutes, it usually passes. Hours 12 to 16, fat burning kicks in. By hour 12 to 16, your body has almost completely switched from burning glucose to burning fat. Your liver starts producing ketones. These are molecules created when your body breaks down fat for energy. Ketones are actually a really efficient fuel source, especially for your brain. Some studies suggest they might even provide better mental clarity than glucose. This is also when autophagy starts ramping up. Autophagy is basically your body's cellular cleaning system. The word literally means self-eating. Your cells start breaking down and recycling damaged proteins and organelles. It's like your body is taking out the trash at a cellular level. Research shows autophagy markers begin rising significantly after about 16 hours of fasting. Hours 16 to 24, peak cellular renovation. This is where the magic really happens. By hour 16 and beyond, autophagy is in full swing. Studies measuring specific autophagy markers like LC3-2E protein show they can increase by about 1.9-fold at 20 hours and reach 2.3-fold by 24 hours compared to when you're eating normally. What does this actually mean? Your body is cleaning out damaged mitochondria, breaking down misfolded proteins that can contribute to diseases. Research suggests this process might help protect against neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's by clearing harmful proteins from the brain. Your human growth hormone levels spike during this time, 2 to 5 times higher than normal. Growth hormone helps preserve muscle mass and promotes fat burning. So even though you're not eating, your body is working to protect your lean muscle tissue. Studies on healthy males show that after 24 hours of fasting, there's a measurable increase in the removal of damaged mitochondria by about 42% in some tissue samples. Your cells are literally getting more efficient. The insulin and blood sugar story. Here's something that blew my mind. Research shows that 24-hour fasting can lead to significant improvements in insulin sensitivity. One study compared alternate day fasting to regular calorie restriction over 12 months. The fasting group saw their insulin levels drop by 52%, and their insulin resistance improved by 53%. That's compared to just 14 and 17% in the regular calorie restriction group. Why does this matter? Better insulin sensitivity means your body is more efficient at using the food you do eat. It reduces your risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and metabolic syndrome. Recent studies even found that intermittent fasting helped some people with type 2 diabetes reduce or eliminate their need for medication What about performance? Now, can you actually function normally without food for 24 hours? The research here is reassuring. A study on female CrossFit athletes found that 24-hour fasting did not impair their exercise performance. The athletes completed the same workouts with similar times, whether they had fasted or not. Blood glucose levels were lower at rest during fasting, which makes sense, but they increased appropriately during exercise. The body's compensatory mechanisms kicked in to maintain energy levels. That said, you might not want to go for a personal record on a fasted day. Light to moderate exercise is generally fine, but high-intensity workouts might feel harder. The brain and inflammation connection. Your brain is where some of the most fascinating changes happen. Research using animal models has shown that even 48 hours of food restriction causes a profound increase in neuronal autophagy, about a 4-fold increase in some brain regions. Scientists speculate this might be why some people report improved mental clarity during fasting. Fasting also appears to have significant effects on inflammation. Studies have found that regular fasting can reduce inflammatory markers, like TNF-alpha. This is important because chronic inflammation is linked to pretty much every major disease, from heart disease to cancer to autoimmune conditions. Important caveats. Before you jump into a 24-hour fast, let's talk about who shouldn't do this. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, underweight, have a history of eating disorders, or take medications that need to be taken with food, you should talk to your doctor first. Fasting isn't appropriate for everyone. Also, the quality of what you eat when you're not fasting matters enormously. You can't fast for 24 hours and then eat garbage and expect to see benefits. The bottom line. So what actually happens when you don't eat for 24 hours? Your body shifts from burning sugar to burning fat. Your insulin levels drop significantly. Autophagy ramps up, cleaning out damaged cellular components and potentially protecting against disease. Growth hormone spikes to preserve muscle. Inflammation decreases. Your brain gets a cellular cleanup that might improve cognitive function. Is it magic? No, it's biology. Your body is incredibly adaptive, and fasting taps into ancient mechanisms that evolved over millions of years. Our ancestors didn't have 3 meals a day plus snacks. They had periods of feast and famine, and our bodies developed sophisticated systems to not just survive, but potentially thrive during those fasting periods. The research suggests that doing a 24-hour fast once every week or two might be enough to maintain many of these benefits. Some people do it weekly, some twice a week, some monthly. There's no one perfect protocol, but here's what I think is most important. This isn't about jumping on another diet trend. It's about understanding how your body actually works and using that knowledge to make informed decisions. The science on 24-hour fasting is still evolving, but what we know so far is pretty compelling. If you're interested in trying it, start slow. Maybe try a 16-hour fast first, see how you feel. Work your way up, and definitely talk to a healthcare provider if you have any underlying health conditions. All right, that's what really happens to your body during 24 hours without food. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments if you've ever tried fasting. And hey, whether you decide to try this or not, understanding your body's metabolic flexibility is never a bad thing. Catch you in the next one.